Hey everyone, this is Moment and Moments Art. Today's video is about the rural seascape, and again I'm using the previous colors for my palette. I'm not getting any other colors from the squeeze tubes I have in my palette. So this is just previous washes. I mix it up and this way I can clean my palette also. Anyway, so right now I am using the previous mix, and now I have some Prussian blue. I put some Prussian blue and mix it up with the uh, little bit ultramarine blue or a little turquoise color, which you don't see on my it's on the video. It's sitting under the just the side of the palette. So now I'm working on the mountains and try to keep the uh, not painting over the house, the boats I draw earlier. Try to keep them open, or you can say that I'm not blocking them. This is another term artists use. I'm not blocking these objects and not painting over. Keep the paper white. I always mention in my videos that the paper white is the first layer of your painting. So I'm keeping the white, and I will paint over later on, because the white sometimes light color, if I paint over with this dark purple color which I'm using for the background hills, which um, is feel is I'm trying to create some impression for the atmospheric perspective. That's what I am doing. I'm not explaining exactly the mountains in the back. I'm just vaguely putting on the wet into wet, that brown color, and I put some Prussian blue. I mean that sorry, purple color, dark purple color, made by Van Gogh, and this is I'm using just. It's kind of a not too difficult, not very simple painting, because it requires some of your drawing and sketching skill on the boards and on these few hearts in the background, in the midground. So if you are familiar about the drawing and sketching, then you can try that painting. Otherwise, you can just take it off and just create the simple painting with the water, sky, and some foreground with the raw sienna and yellow ochre type of colors, right? So I'm still working on the background, which is the atmospheric perspective. I create the illusion of that these hills are far away from these rural scene, because this way first I'm trying to create the contrast, because I'm using a dark color, so it helping my the houses and the huts and the boats in the midground. Plus, it creating a very nice atmospheric perspective without, because I'm not explaining exactly what it is, just very loose, wet into wet type of work. So now I'm keeping. I can see the mass of the painting. I can keep it. I can paint it over, and I can keep it later on. Just use the white gouache and make a straight line. But I purposely keeping it so you guys can see. You should do that too. Try to keep the white of the paper by cutting, side. This way it will make you. That's a basically it's your practice, right? It's just not creating a painting also it train you for how to keep the white of the paper. So I'm picking up some raw sienna. Now I'm done with the midground, the background, the sky is it's like it's drying right now, but I will dry my painting because I put a little bit extra water to create that the atmospheric perspective in the background. So now I have raw sienna, cadmium yellow, and a little bit cadmium red because I want to warm it up. So again, more raw sienna to tone it down that the wash, and I put some dark purple color, a little bit to tone it down that harshness of that. Always remember, put some a little bit color and then see how that color looks on the paper, especially with the surrounding objects, right? If it is too dark, too light, and then you can right away you can mix it up with the, either you put some more water, make it lighter, or you can put some little bit dark color, like any dark color, Payne's gray or this dark purple color to tone it down, change the consistency of the color. So now I'm working on this side of the board. Basically, this painting, I painting to show you how to create the reflection in the water. So this is the main idea of this painting, to show you guys how to create the the reflection in the water. So you can see the boat in the midground is sitting just beside the water, and later on I'm gonna create this the reflection, because these two boats are farther away in the midground and I would say background, so we don't see the reflection in the water because they are away from the water body. So only boat is sitting in front is the one I just keep it white in the midground. So now I mix it up a little bit cadmium yellow in that mix, so little warm it up my wash, create the little bit variation as compared to the wash before. So I am working with I'm not putting a lot of water on the paper because I need some dry brush marks also, right? Whenever you need a dry brush marks, don't put any water on the paper. Just drag your brush with the pigment and with the water in your paper. That will create some dry brush marks there. And let me explain, that paper is I'm using is a 120 pound Fabriano cold press rough surface cold press 100% cotton. So when you have that kind of paper with the rough surface, you can create a nice beautiful dry brush marks, which I did here in the painting. You can see I create some in the midground. Now I'm using a Prussian blue, mix it up with a little bit. I don't need very harsh type of water color the water here, so I'm using very light diluted Prussian blue to keep it just a touch, because I want to create the reflection in the water, right? That for that boat. So not putting too much color. I may later on in the painting on the foreground, because that's what it creates the contrast in the painting. So I will make some some water in the front. There you go. I put some dark color to create more contrast in the painting. We don't want to make this painting very dull. So this is how you create you bring the contrast in your painting by putting a dark color in the surrounding of your painting. So wherever you get a chance, you can, if you put the dark color, not all over, Not, I don't want to put the dark color in the sky, although I can put on the top of the painting, which brings some contrast, but I'm done with the sky. So we're not this painting is not about the sky, is mostly is about the reflection of the boat in the water. So everything is helps, everything else is helping this painting, right, to make it more active or busy painting. I can we can just take out all these boats and the houses from the background and just keep that the boat, and but then the painting will look like a little bit empty. So I purposely put some houses and some few boats in the background, and there's a person walking on the right side also, just to create a little bit more active painting. I put some turquoise also. I have a, like I mentioned before, I have the turquoise color in my palette. So I put a little bit turquoise to warm it up, that water. Then I will. Now I spatter with my dagger brush with the burnt. I have the sepia color and this dark purple color, right? Made by Van Gogh. So this is, I am just putting spattering in the foreground because it's too close. So I just wanna get a little bit more texture on the foreground. So that's why I spatter. And the wash is still wet, right? Like the paper is still not dry, so I can get some soft type of the the sand or mud or something, that type of texture in the foreground. Very easy, just spatter, but careful because maybe you noticed that I spattered some of them in the water also, but it's okay. It doesn't show, right? So I'm not worried about that part. So, but if you if you spattering, then be careful. Don't spatter on the other part of the painting. Then it could be a problem for you. So now I'm picking up some water, the color from the water, because I need to make a reflection of the bone. So I need more neutral type of color here. So okay, so it's not, now it's time for the dryer. I'm gonna dry my painting, and yeah. Okay, so the painting is dry with the, I dried it up, the whole painting with the dryer, and now painting is dry, and I'm gonna start working with my this very small dagger brush with the with I put some brown color on the board. I'm assuming the light is coming from the left side, so that's why I create a little bit shadow. I will work more, make sure that it's dark enough to create more contrast on the bone. Now I have I picked it up some Prussian blue from the palette, mix it up with the purple previous mix, and now I'm creating the shadow of the boat in the water. Just watch. This is the main important part of this painting, so pay attention that how you can create very pale Prussian blue, very more water, less pigment. So just create a shadow in the water. Here I put some more dark color, which is the brown color, the mix of raw sienna and a cadmium red. I will see how this reflection looks like, and I will keep changing it as I keep painting. So let's put, I'm putting a cadmium red. I wanna make sure that this board is more visible in our painting, because this is the our focal point. Now I put a little bit red color on the shadow also in the water. So not too much. You don't want to put too much, and try to put with wet into wet, so it create a nice shadow in the water. Like you don't need to struggle so much. Just put a little bit water, and then you put the uh, whatever color that you want to make the reflection. So here I put some dark value against the mass of the board. It's because I'm assuming the light is coming from the other side, on the left side. There is a post beside the board. I create the shadow of that post. Now working on this the dark color, make some gradation here with the dark to light value on the side of the board, the shadow. Now putting a dark value, creating a little bit more light by putting the dark value again the trim of the door, the side of the roof on this small house or hut, and I did with the post also. I'm picking up colors here, and same time making little streaks, so creating a water type of impression to create illusion that it's a water, right? And here I put some dark value because the light is coming from the left side, so I create a little dark value against this uh, water where those are ridges are. So putting a little dark value, creating more depth into my painting. Now I to work on the that background boats a little bit, since I have the dark color in my palette, so on my brush, so I might as well use it here. Every time you need to bring more contrast with something, just put a little bit dark value against it, but you have to be careful also. Sometimes if you put a dark color on your painting, it's a little bit hard to take it off. Light color you can smudge it, but the dark color you have to be a little bit careful when you're putting a dark color on your painting. So now I'm working on the boat again, and try to create more, like a dirty type of washes on the side of the boat. Create more, like a boat is being used and it's an old boat. So here I use some cadmium red, put on the side, bringing more look to that boat, since this is our focal point. I put the cadmium same wash, and I put on the water also, the shadow of the board. Now I'm picking up some cadmium yellow, putting the cadmium yellow in the cavity of the board in the middle part. Put some on the front, and I will see where can I use. Okay, there you go. So I find a nice place for this. Although I would say try not to put a same color against the other same color. So what happened? It mixed it up. So this cadmium yellow, I put it kind of a little bit mixing up with the yellow ochre mix I put previously, right? So I try not to put that, but it's okay. I can change it later on because it's a light color, so you don't have to worry about it. You can do it. You can change it later on in a painting. So okay. So I'm putting a dark value again the trim of this roof, because again the light is coming from the left side, so creating a little bit shadow. Now I'm making a little dark mark against these white marks I purposely left on my painting initially with the dry brush marks. So it create a little bit uneven surface. So it feel like something is sitting on the ground, like it's not a flat ground. So here I'm using cadmium yellow in the cavity of these boats also. A little bit cadmium yellow on the heart, so it create more more contrast with the color. Like I said, it was mixing up. It's still same color, it's a yellow ochre on the ground, and the side of this heart is a yellow also. So I wouldn't do, but it's okay. And we need to bring the balance in your painting. Like in this painting, you can see the water. We have a blue color, we have a purple color, we have a nice a Prussian blue in the sky. So it's a painting is not unbalanced painting. It has all the colors in there: red, cadmium red, yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, and Prussian blue. Some turquoise also. So that's how you bring the harmony in your painting. That the by putting you can do with 2 3 colors. That's fine. But since you're working on these type of painting, so try to keep everything in your painting like most of the primary colors, right? So here I'm mixing up some Prussian blue. Now I'm making some streaks in the water. Like I said, initially I might go and create more contrast by just putting a dark value, dark blue color in the foreground in that water. That's what I'm doing right now, putting some ripples, creating by the wind, and which help the painting also create some more contrast. And it looks good actually. It looks it give you more look to your painting. In like the water beside the boat where the boat is parked is a little bit farther, so you don't see those ripples, right? And it may be happening here, so we take advantage of this, make this color darker in this foreground, so it create a little bit more contrast to the painting, and it looks good too actually. So here I using more Prussian blue, creating more. You have to be a little bit careful. You don't overdo, otherwise it shows and not doesn't look very good. So I put a little bit more, so I take it off right away. Some are I use a little bit dark colors, so I'm gonna take them off too. Actually, here bringing softening those harsh marks. Initially, I put it. Whenever you put a dark color, try to clean it up right away. Otherwise, it can be especially the staining color like a Prussian blue and all that. It's very hard for anyone to take it off, because once they are on the paper and they dry it on the paper, then it will be hard to take it off later in the painting. I have some purple color in my painting. Just put some layers of purple color in the foreground, make it look more, change the variation on the colors on the yellow ochre. And I put some green color also, that's just to bring some more drama in your painting. So it just not one color, right? All the way down the yellow ochre Rosiana mix, right? So you just wanna get more variation of the color, which is doesn't look too bad, because it's you don't do too much. Keep it. If you do too much, then it will start showing. So I put really small layer of the purple color in the foreground. That's it. I don't want to put too much, otherwise the layer which you created earlier in the painting, then there would be the purpose would be lost. So you are blocking all these colors by putting the colors on the top, and then the layering, the process of the layer will be it's not gonna work. So here, putting some smudging, I put a little bit dark color, which is the sepia color I applied early in my painting. I try to tone it down because it looked too harsh, and I like to get it tone it down so it doesn't look it looked really dark. You have to be careful. Sepia is when it's dry, it retain its consistency. So make sure when you're using a sepia color in your painting somewhere, don't just use. Although watercolor when it's dry, it get lighter, but some pigments are stay the same like this. Some sepia colors are like different manufacturers, they have tendency to stay the same as it shows when you are mixing it with the water. So not too much, but it does actually shows. You can see I put initially, I thought, you know what, by assuming that it's gonna dry and lighter, but it stayed almost the same, so I have to tone it down by putting a cadmium yellow on the top. So I'm creating some shadows on this heart, and creating more depth by creating the light. So on the on this trim of this house or hut, I assume there's some strings or something is hanging, so I create that light effect accordingly. Like I put some lines, as you can see. So it looks really good when you create, if you create that type of marks, and shows that where the light is coming from. Now I'm putting some more energy marks here and there. The painting is almost finished. I would say painting is almost done, and but I need to go a little bit more, and create. Let's see how far I can go. I don't want to go overdo my painting, which I tell everybody. I said, don't overwork your painting, otherwise it'll show right away. All right. So almost there. Use some more purple color because the first wash I put it with the purple color, it dried up. It didn't show. So I'm just using some more, and now I'm putting in the water also, just a streak across this shadow of the bone, so it create more like a shadow in the water, right? Since I had the purple color in my brush. So now I'm putting a little bit sepia color, a little bit dark color against this the trim of the roof and the windows, creating more depth. And here something is sitting between the boat and the house. I put a little bit dark value against on the side, so it create more depth into it. Now I'm putting some ropes with the same dark sepia color. Like I said, be careful. Sepia color can be retain its consistency, and it looks really dark when it's dry. So make sure that it doesn't show too much, right? A very dark color. So okay, so painting. Now let's put some green color just to bring some change. Now I'm gonna work on this person walking. Put some green color in his shirt, some sepia color for his legs. He's walking toward the house, although it doesn't show too much, but just I put it initially so I would have to finish it. I don't want to delete it, so it's there. I made it, and now working in the board for the harness, the rope, create more energy in the painting by putting these small things here and there. Now I'm going to take some sepia color, put on the foreground again, a little bit more, create the bird. Now it's time to create some bird since it's a seascape, rural seascape. So this is must. You need to create some birds to energize your painting. It looks, give you more look. So once you put these small birds in the sky here and there, I always say that grouping is very important. You can't just put five birds in one formation. So make sure when you're put few small in the foreground, put some in the midground, put some in the foreground. So now I'm using this poster color I have. It's an opaque white poster color. You can use a gouache or you can use a very thick white opaque color to create more objects in your painting. So my plan is I'm going to create put some more birds near to the water body so I can uh, create more energy to my painting. Now I'm putting a little bit shadow in the water because this bird is too close to the water, so it's creating a shadow. Like I said, whatever is very close to the water body, it will create the shadow. The birds in the on the sky, there's no shadow because they are either too far in the background or they are too high, so there would be no shadow in the water. So just whatever is close to the water, you can create the shadow. Now I'm putting some birds, the seagulls on the shore also, and make my painting look more busy. So here, 1, 2, 3, that's it. I would should stop here. Now here, there you go. Since I have the white color in my palette, in my brush, so I can use this. Put some more birds here. Put one on this hull of the board, and some in the dark color, dark background, so it shows right away. Soon as you put a white color on a dark surface, it shows right away. So if you put a white color on the white, like more light background, it doesn't show. So you make sure that if you using the white, use again the little bit dark background, so then it can show that there's something that you draw. Otherwise it will mix with the background here. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's go with the second layer on this bird, so it shows more. Like I said, it was a light background on that board, in that bird, so it disappeared right away. But I will put some shadow under the wings and under the body, so it create a little bit more depth and it shows more. So I'll pick up some sepia color and I will put under the wings and a little bit, so it will show right away that there's a bird there. They're flying, right? Now this one also, same thing. And now the one that's sitting on the shore. They will cast some shadow since they're on the ground. I will put some dark value, put some little bit on the on the chest, more dark color on the chest of this bird. Now painting is finished, and it's as you can see the reflection in the water, it's not what it shows in on the board, right? So when you creating a shadow in the water, it needs to be more loose and more smudgy in the water, then it tells you there's a reflection in the water. So I'm touching up a little bit since I have the white, opaque white, the poster white in my brush, so I might as well use it and create more light effect on this house. And but don't do too much, otherwise it starts showing. So you have to be a little bit careful when you're working on the highlight. And yeah, so here some ropes here and there, and create some more. Here there's a harness rope I highlighted, and a little bit streaks on the water since I have the white color in my brush. So it created a nice effect of the ripples in the water. So here all the painting is done, and thank you so much for being here. And if you like the video, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon button so you can notify when I upload the, which I do every week. And yes, so thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.